very, very tall lifter. She's got to be the tallest in the category.
New leader. Seems to be a lot of joy around the women's warm-up room. Lots of smiles, people enjoying themselves. But, of course, unfortunately, Jacqueline, the Brazilian contender, Jacqueline Antonio Ferreira, who hasn't got a score. Now, Misdal, again, it's a 3 kilo increase. Really has to believe in this as much as she has to maintain the technique. Exhales with enjoyment.
Yeah, she really had to dig deep for that one. See the receiving position, far from ideal. Let's watch the slow-mo replay. But as she lands in that position, her knees come in quite a long way. That's going to put some serious pressure on the medial part of the knee. Did extremely well to recover.
Takes her up into second place. The leader at the moment is Cynthia Dominguez-Lara by virtue of lighter body weight, 73.10 to Misdal, 73.89. But there are still 4 lifters who have yet to start. So this is very much the hors d'oeuvre before the main course.
Oh, amazing. The best one we've seen.
And that's 3 out of 3 for her. And bar poor old Jacqueline Antonio Ferreira, everybody making their lifts.
It really is impressive at this level when these lifters are pushing the personal boundaries, pushing to weights that they've never lifted before. This really is quite incredible.
Yeah, 74.92. She is the heaviest. That's the one disadvantage she has. Double quick time. Cynthia Dominguez-Lara out now. She's put up the bar to 109 kilos. Now, she did 105 in the Pan Americans, which, as far as we could tell, having a look at her record, is the best she's ever done. So she's already 1 kilo up.
Oh, can she save it?
She can.
Great lifting, really fighting hard at the bottom. Well done.
Good stuff. So she's now improved her personal best by 4 kilos and is in #1 position at the moment. So 4 lifters left and all of them have got 3 attempts. The lead at the moment with the Mexican you've just seen on 109 kilos, bar going to 112 for the arrival of Lydia Valentin Perez representing Spain.
Well, the clock is ticking and she's still in the warm-up room. Does she know she's been called? This preparation should have been done beforehand. No? She doesn't know she's been called.
No, there's something.
Yep, she knows now.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
They've changed the weight, it's okay.
Oh, my goodness.
My heart started racing then.
She's put it up to 117.
Yeah, but now the other lifters have moved up as well, so she is back out and she's only got 38 seconds on the clock. Quick, she says, give my legs a slap, wake them up. Here we go.
She needs to go onto the stage right now. Mediterranean Games champion this season, European silver medalist in April to Nadezhda Evstukina, who has yet to start. 20 seconds to make this opening attempt to go straight into the lead. Ten seconds. 5.
Wow.
Oh.
Very very, very easy.
Well, there have been some, from where we were sitting, some worrying moments, but she made that look perfectly straightforward. She consistently actually snatches 120 kilos. It's where she goes from here now that matters.
Yes, it is. In terms of the time that was left on the clock, it might not have been much, but the lifters know exactly how long they have. There is a clock just in front of the platform, slightly to the right, so if you see the lifters glancing at something, they're just usually checking to see how long. And that walk from the chalk bin to the bar, most of the lifters will take a glance on that last walk, just so they know exactly how long is left.
Well, Nadezhda Evstukina said that she was going to come in at 120. That's exactly what she's done. Of course, before the Olympic Games, she won the World Championships in Paris and totaled up there 293. That's why, in a way, it was such a shock to see her get nothing out of the Olympic Games. And even prior to that, her record in Europe is pretty fantastic. She won the championship this year, but previously she was European champion in 10 and 11. And the Olympics was the big, big hiccup. And as we start this new Olympic cycle, this is going to be the real test for her. 25 years of age, weighed in at 24.14, so by no means the heaviest in the class. This for the lead.
Well, it's going to be no repeat of what happened in London. It was an absolutely solid first attempt, 120 kilos. Puts us straight into the lead. Only a few lifters left in the competition now.
It's interesting that Olga Zabova of Russia has come down 5 kilos from her announced weight, whereas Kang Yue has gone up 7 kilos from her announced weight. So this is going to be fascinating stuff. But here is the 19-year-old Russian World University champion last season, University Summer Games champion this season in 2013.
Oh, Zubova a little bit less stable at the bottom, but nonetheless very, very strong and comfortably in control.
She's on a terrific hot streak. When I was looking at her record, Michaela, she has won 7 championships in a row.
So just looking at the shoes she's wearing there. Unusual for a weightlifter to be wearing CrossFit shoes. I'm sure they were CrossFit shoes. Reebok style, slightly less stable than the Adidas. More flexion, more giving them. Allows CrossFitters to not just lift, but move around, jump around, do all the other movements they need to.
Kang Yue coming in now. Won the National Games title with a snatch of 130. And she set a Chinese national record in the clean and jerk for this weight class of 160 kilos. Now, when you consider that, that is only 3 kilos short of the clean and jerk world record. That's for a bit later. This is for now. 122 kilos. Zabova leading. Evstukina second. Valentin third. But it's all changed. Down to 4th place goes Lydia Valentin because Kang Yue leads for China.
Well, I think we have 4 fantastic technicians left in this group, and it really is great to see. Great extension, superb receiving position, tremendous leg strength to get up with that.
When we looked at the start list at first glance, Miguel, it didn't look as if it was going to be, you know, one of the classic competitions, but there's quite a good fight going on here already.
Well, Kang Yue and Lydia Valentin have both increased their starting weight, which has put them back in contention.
So this is a 5 kilo increase to take the lead because Lydia is that much lighter than Kang Yue.
Quick glance at the clock. Just under 30 seconds, loads of time.
This is very much on her best ever mark of 122.
much more hesitant than her first attempt there. Really wasn't sure about that from the word go.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same. She just overthought that.
Yeah, if you just watch the starting position, I'm sure we'll see this on the replay, just gives the bar a bit of a yank, as if saying, come on, trying to talk herself into it. If you try and yank the bar off the floor too hard, there's nowhere to go then. You can't accelerate into it. Best off to ease the bar off the floor as it passes the knees, then hit it hard.
And this is a little bit like the story of her life, you know, at these critical moments, these are the ones which you've really got to make. And, you know, there you can see she's stuck down in 4th place, but she's used a second life.
Yeah, this worries me now. It's great to see Eastern Europeans coming through and trying to medal and contend for the medals on a world stage. Just really hope she can put it together.
Poczujesz szczęścia smak z tygryskiem skacz. Gdy poczujesz szczęścia smak z tygryskiem skacz. Kiedy szczęścia smak poczujesz, pokaż nam to tak jak umiesz. Gdy poczujesz szczęścia smak z tygryskiem skacz.
So interesting, Evshikino up to 125. Kanyua, next attempt will be 128. Olga Zubova 125, but now this becomes very, very important. We now know that she's going to be catching up. We don't know by how much, but if she gets left on 120 here, it's going to be really difficult for her in the second half.
She'll be left on 117 if she misses this.
This is the day when Lydia Valentine should have been really focusing on doing 6 out of 6. She's still got more than 20 seconds. And that's why she is so frustrated. You know, I mean, she has thrown away an opportunity at least to go to 125.
Well, thrown away an opportunity, but rescued the situation at the same time. That could have gone very, very wrong. I really wish we could see some replays from the side. There we go. See the extension, you can see the angles of the joints if the camera zooms out just a fraction, might help.
So Nadezhda Evshikina, she's been at the forefront of this weight class now for some 3 years. She didn't win the Universiade, that went to Zubova by a kilo. She got beaten by a Russian teammate there. That was in July.
Love the appropriateness of the music.
I mean, it's so interesting. She really first came to know when she got the bronze medal, I should say, in the Olympics in Beijing. And then we started to see great things from her, winning Europeans, winning the world title in Paris. But this is the woman who got the better of her in the Universiade in Kazan. 279, Evshikina 278.
Well, the pressure is now on both Russians. Lydia still commands the lead by 2 kilos.
Yeah, and she's very fortunate, isn't she? Because she couldn't have thought or counted on those 2 failures. Remember, you've got Kanyua, who's posted 128, just waiting at the moment.
Well, Evshikina really does need to extend through the middle part of the lift if she's going to be successful this time round. Jumps up onto the platform. The last lift was very short.
She has oceans of time.
Well,
This is a big surprise. I mean, she did 123 at the Universiade, but remember, 125, 3 times she failed at 125 in the Olympic Games.
Right, came onto her toes very early from that position. It's very hard to get the leg drive. You can see the Spanish coaches celebrating in the warm-up room. They've guaranteed themselves a medal on the snatch.
And she does correct. And that 125 kilos third attempt puts her into the lead. Takes the lead from Lydia Valentin, who drops down to second. And then pushes Kang Yua for the moment down to the bronze medal. But you're absolutely right. Lydia Valentin has somehow managed to end up with a medal. It might be silver, probably will be bronze, but boy, she's been lucky. That's an escape for from jail for the Spanish lifter. So Kang Yua, here she comes. Remember that National Games achievement of 130 kilos. In fact, 126. So 4 kilos up on the first attempt. So just making sure here, weighing at 74.61. Remember, Zubova 74 kilos, so she's the lighter, so she's taking what she needs to win this gold medal for the snatch. And she's done just that, and now she has 1 attempt. Well, she won't be going after the snatch world record of Natalia Zabolitnaya of 135, set in Belgorod a couple of years ago in the President's Cup. Mind you, just looking at the junior record, because she's 22, so she's a little bit too old to go for that. That would have been 130 that she could have gone for, but she's too old. Strange thing to say at the age of 22, isn't it? But there you can see it, 1 attempt to come, and the bar at the moment sitting on 128. Now, what would you do here?
I'd stick on 128, David. That last lift was good. That last lift was a personal best. Well, maybe not. She's going to go up 131. I think this is a bit risky. I think she'd do well to try and gain a bit more lead. She must be confident.
Well, this is certainly a personal best. I mean, well, this will put her into a pretty strong position for the second half of the competition. Give her a 6 kilo advantage. Now we know she's done 130. Junior world champion in 2011 at 69 kilos. Universiade champion in the same year at 69 kilos. 6th in the world championships in Paris, when she only snatched 116 kilos, but this is progress for you. So this for a 6 kilo advantage to go into the second half of the competition. What a fantastic piece of lifting. You don't think so?
What the referees say to that?
2-1 against.
Moving in the right elbow.
Well, I have to say, it's pretty difficult from here. You spotted it, I didn't. Younger eyes, you see. We must be, what, 40 metres from the stage?
Easily 40 metres. Her right elbow, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely right. On that picture, you can see it.
Very good effort, though.
I think I was overwhelmed by the initial movement. So that keeps it nice and tight, really, in terms of the overall competition. Yeah, Kang Yua takes the gold medal, but is only 1 kilo ahead of Olga Zubova. And then when you look further down, you see that Lydia Valentin on 122 and Evshchikina on 120. So in fact only 6 kilos.
Yeah, there was definite movement in that right elbow, wasn't there?
Only 6 kilos separating the first 4.
Well, it keeps it close. It's a lot closer than I thought it would be at the halfway stage. Just going to see who can hold their nerves the most through the clean and jerk.
What we do know is that she's perfectly capable of doing that weight.
It was a great effort.
Yeah, when you consider that 131, that's only 4 kilos short of the world snatch record of Natalia Zabolotnaya. So, about 10 minutes for the women to get ready for the second half, the clean and jerk.
Alto y firme, Lidia. ¡Vamos, vamos, vamos!
This is Valentin coming out for her second attempt.
Yeah. Olga Zubova coming out for her third attempt. And that's what you have to do when you have the pressure on, 125 kilos. And that really does keep her in contention now. So Evshchikina, the real surprise and disappointment, her teammate, but Zubova, in a sense, actually underlining that this year she's had the better of her teammate. Kang Yua of China, though, good start, 122 kilos. 126, just taking the kilo that she needs to go into the lead here.
Sensible call. There's no point in gambling anything just yet. Let's get the gold medal first.
And she needs this because of her heavier body weight over Zubova. Yeah, and that's a well finished off lift there, and that takes her that crucial kilo ahead and into the lead.
Yeah, it really was superb, wasn't it, David? Absolutely fantastic.
And of course she went on to try 131, didn't make that, so the top 4 lifters separated by just 6 kilos.
It's the climax.
Dear Dominguez, 30 years of age, representing Mexico. Well, nothing wrong with her series in the first half of the competition, 103, 106, 109. Opening up here on 127. And that's a kilo more than she originally anticipated.
David. She needs to be good technically because of disadvantage that she's got with how long her levers are. People say weightlifting stunts your growth. Well, I think it's fair to say that weightlifters are better suited, short people are better suited to weightlifting. She has to work hard, very good technically. From this position here, dips and drives, nice and straight. Great attempt.
And 4 kilos better in terms of the total she now has than ever before on 236 into the lead, and Kozenko coming out for a second attempt on 128. 4 kilos up, this for 232.
Needs to stand still, and she does.
Leads the clean and jerk, moves up from third to second in the overall rankings just for the moment.
She's struggling to recover from that. Can't really breathe until the bars on your shoulders. Take a quick breath. Nearly tripped herself up there. She was lucky there not to tangle her feet up.
And she's now delivered a new personal best total by 4 kilos.
Well, she looked like she was on a limit there with one attempt still to go. I'm not sure if she can go much further, but we'll see.
Now, Ms. Dahl, 4 kilo increase to take her up to 235. Again, this would put her in the lead in the clean and jerk and move her up from third to second overall. So far, so good. Can she keep the run going here to make this 5 out of 5?
It's going to take a big effort. Mistimed it at the bottom. Oh, she almost dipped backwards then. It's unusual to see. Be interesting to see the slow-mo. Trouble is, David, when you mistime the clean and end up sitting at the bottom, it's very hard to get the momentum going again. See here, the bar hitter, just trying to keep that bounce going. Yeah, she dipped backwards. Very, very rarely see that.
So the bar on 129 at the moment. That would be for Ms. Dahl to come back in again. But remember, as it was in the first half, plenty of lifters yet to start. Estrakina's posted 150 for her opener. Lydia Valentin 133. Marie-Eve Beauchemin-Nadeau 130. Yang Kang-Yua 145. And Olga Zubova 155.
Well, this Dahl of Poland has opted for an increase of a kilo just to try and buy herself some more time to help recover. See her teammate there with an ice pack on her neck. I don't think that's anything serious. I think that's just trying to cool her down.
So Canada now in 7th place at the halfway stage. Again, 3 good attempts. Brings forward 106 kilos. So this is for 236.
Slightest movement in the arms. The referees are being extremely strict here. It's almost an over jerk. Throw the hips forward quite a long way. That's going to kick the bar out in front, so she'll have to swing to get it back. Position not bad. Hips a little bit behind the bar. Just going to watch her right arm. Hardly anything, goodness me. She's got a lift, 2-1.
Ewa Mizdal, Polska, Pola, startem, trzecie podejście. Manhansa 130. Sylwia Vanessa Kesslara i Redi przygotowuje się do 131.
So Ms. Dahl to make amends, hopefully. Something about coming to Poland, whether it's weightlifting or sometimes when I'm over here for ski jumping, and the turnout is amazing. In the early days when we used to go to Zakopane for ski jumping here, 100,000 would turn out.
Wow.
It's a cheer on there. Big hero, Adam Małysz, but Ms. Dahl getting plenty of support. Third attempt. Oh, lifted. Oof. She just made that. So she's left in fourth place at the moment, both in the clean and jerk and overall, with a total of 231. But I think there will be improvement, Michaela, because she hasn't had she's had barely a year to get used to this weight class.
Yeah, you know, this is a big effort from her. Everything was going well then until the previous clean. I mean, 1 second left on the clock. I think that's what you call using the time to the fullest.
So Cynthia Dominguez, bar has gone up 4 kilos for her. She's looking for 240 now as a total. Pan American champion. And you know, the Pan American champion's doing rather well.
Well, it's extremely solid overhead. So I keep alluding to, you don't expect to lift her quite that tall to be so dynamic.
That's very good. That's the 240. I'm just looking at her previous totals. She did 8th in the Olympics as a 69 kilo lifter in London. No, sorry, I beg your pardon. I'm looking at the wrong set of stats here. 240, that's an 8 kilo increase on her Pan American total. Hanyua, just in her own quiet world, well, she's not going to appear until the bar reaches 145. Now. Olga Zubova, she's not going to appear until the bar reaches 155, unless of course they adjust. And Lydia Valentin has pushed the bar up now. She's put it to 138, which means that Kozenko's been invited now to come through to take her final attempt. This is for 6 out of 6. And it represents a 5 kilo increase to take it to 237.
Short on that extension. Not getting enough height on the bar to catch it comfortably.
So she finishes on 232. But again, that is an improvement by 4 kilos on all previous competitions. A pretty workmanlike walk to the chalk bin there by Marie. 5 kilos up, looking for 241 to give her the lead, both in the clean and jerk and the overall.
Great jerk.
She was the Commonwealth Games silver medalist in Delhi. I wonder how well she might do in Glasgow next year.
No, I think she's definitely got a shout to something shiny in Glasgow.
So, French-Canadian going very well here. 241, again yet another lifter setting new marks for herself. On the evidence of what we've seen, an extra 4 kilos shouldn't be a problem, but you just never know. But this is for 6 out of 6 for this elegant Mexican, 30 years of age, plenty of experience, but seemingly...
Well, I was going to say if she cleans it, I think she'll jerk it.
And she's done it. Absolutely right. Yeah, you contrast her flight back to Mexico with the Brazilians back to Rio. I mean, that is chalk and cheese, isn't it? Isn't that going to be a nice journey?
Well, you got 2 Mexicans there, both had 6 out of 6. You really can't ask for much more than that.
244, she has the overall lead and the clean and jerk lead. From 5th at the halfway stage, doing very well, but still there are 4 lifters who've yet to start. Evshikina, Valentin, Kang Yua, and also Olga Zubova. And here comes the first of the quartet, and it's Lydia Valentina. Perhaps a bit fortunate to get that bronze in the first half of the competition as a result of other lifters' failures, but nonetheless, that's hers. Now, can she profit in the second half here? Mediterranean Games, she clean and jerk 145. 15 seconds. Just a little glance at the clock. Needs to move. Okay, that's 1 in the bag.
Yes, 1 in the bag. Wasn't as comfortable, I don't think, as she was hoping. Some frustration on her face there. Let's have a look at the replay. Lean to me was very powerful. Fairly comfortable standing up. Tremendous leg strength. She used the dip, the whip on the bar nicely. I think maybe could have had a bit more leg drive there to make that jerk a bit more comfortable.
Just wonder how close that bar got to her windpipe there. She looked quite uncomfortable walking away in the warm-up. But 260 now is her total. Doesn't mess around, does she?
No, she's another 4 kilos up now to 139. This is going to be a big ask.
But this is what you sort of expect, you know. She's got 5 out of 5. At some point, both she and the coaches have got to ask questions, and this is the question now for her. And as you said, it's a big one.
Well, she answered the question in the snatch.
Well, she's managed to clean. One big effort required.
Right arm.
Yeah, I know. That's the unfortunate thing. She's
Give it a down signal, come on. Oh, wow. That puts some serious pressure through the elbows, shoulders, back. That's really, really not
and
good.
the crowd don't like it because exactly what you said. Obviously there was a press out, but the reality is what they didn't like was that the referees were so slow in giving the down signal, and they don't like that because, as I say, a lot of these seats like us, we're a long way away from the stage, 40, 50 metres.
Yeah, I mean, I would have failed that as a lift because there was movement in the right elbow, but for safety of the lifter, you cannot ask a lifter to hold the weight for that long. That is asking for things to go snap. A couple of seconds tops, but that was just ridiculous.
She actually did well to bring it back down on the platform.
You see the movement there in the right arm, so there's no question on that.
She'll see the video and she'll know. Just a pity, but she ends with 5 out of 6, 241. But she does go home with a personal best total and improvement. Now Lydia out for 146. Now this is an 8 kilo increase. She's got to be brave. She's got to take these opportunities. She doesn't know what's going to happen to the others. That's irrelevant. Must make this. Come on.
And she does. I think that left elbow is okay. Oh, goodness me.
One against and now.
Wow. Like David, I saw it. I did say I think that left elbow was okay. It was the smallest movement. And when we go back to the coaching point that I said before, was not quite using the legs to drive fully through the bar. Nothing wrong with the clean. That was absolutely fine. But here, just not quite driving high enough. Left, oh my goodness me, the movement was so small in the elbows. I wouldn't like to be lifted in front of these referees. Well, consistent they are, I'll give them that much.
That's hard to take.
That's hard to say. That was an 8 kilo increase between her first and second attempt. You can see how much it's taken out of her. There's no air back in the warm-up room. There's a coach trying to cool her down.
And she's in a really uncomfortable position now. She has to follow herself because the other lifters at this particular moment in time want 150 and more. So,
well, the good thing is she's in the lead at the moment. She can't increase her lead any further. She can't do much else. It doesn't really matter. She's going to be hoping that one of those top 3 lifters make a mistake later in the competition,
as happened in the first half of the competition. Well, I tell you one thing, she's got this entire Centennial Hall on her side.
Come on, Lydia. Vamos.
It's 146 on the bar.
Still breathing heavily. Taking her time.
This will be brilliant if she can pull this off.
She's going to have to use her legs now. The adjustment is allowed, that's fine.
Just too much taken out of herself, and that's a sad ending really. Once again, it's just not gone her way. She ends up with only 3 good lifts out of 6, and I'm afraid 50% is not good enough.
That lift, it's a shame, but it wouldn't have changed the positions at all. Her only hope now of an overall medal is that somebody makes a mistake.
Well, it would have given her a personal best on the clean and jerk and a personal best total. So, she'll be unhappy about that at least. And now the bar going to 150. Yeah, and that's the story really of Lydia. She was 4th in the Olympic Games in London. Okay, she missed the bronze by 4 kilos, but that's been very much the story of her life, just coming forth and just missing out. Now,
Not a nice place to be, I know that feeling too well.
this is for 270.
Lovely jerk then, really used the whip of the bar, timed it to perfection and made it look very, very comfortable.
Yeah, but remember, she's got some work to do. She starts 6 kilos down on the half-time leader from China. So Nadezhda Evshikina, who would certainly be favoured to potentially take this title, is now going to be challenged by Kang Yua. And Kang Yua coming in at 150, that's 5 kilos up on her originally announced opening weight. So clearly things going in the right direction. So this for 276 to maintain that 6 kilo advantage over the first of the two Russians. Oh, couldn't happen again, could it? Couldn't happen again for Lydia, could it?
I know Lydia now. She'll be in the warm-up room watching the TV screen.
Oh, she'll be
Very anxious.
Well, I tell you what, if she loses the next one, this is where you want a camera on Lydia, don't you? You know.
Well, the clean was soft, no problems with the leg strength, just not underneath the bar. Didn't drive high enough, didn't split wide enough. Coach just having a quiet word to say, come on, this is what we need to do.
Yeah, she set a Chinese national record for this particular weight class of 160 kilos in the national games, but of course that was September. Yeah, that's a month ago.
I think Olga is just watching, waiting now. She's going to start a kilo heavier than these two girls, just to put herself in the lead.
Yeah, she's brought actually her opening lift down from 155 to 151, but she's just reacting really at the moment to the circumstance.
That's right, she doesn't need to go silly. She needs to guarantee the gold medal first, or guarantee the highest position first. Personal best will come once that is guaranteed.
So remember, she had 6 kilos advantage, but she's used up one life. And now the second attempt to try and maintain that edge that she built up in the first half of the competition. So a little bit of pressure here.
Don't often see lifters wearing leather wrist supports. I tried them once, very, very stiff. It's okay if you can soften them up, but... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I don't know what to say. Did not expect that.
Show me a picture of Lydia Valentin. Now, what are they going to do now?
It was just a complete mistime, I don't know.
Now, we now know that, you know, if she comes out for 150 again, she can only get, you know, a maximum total of 276. So now Evshikina comes into play. Obviously, Zubova, who hasn't yet started, comes into play.
We just saw the coach there doing some spotman on her back. I can't see that that's going to actually help with any back problems. I don't think she has got a back problem. I think this is just a case of trying to wake her up.
There's Zubova on the left. Now, you really need a backstage camera on Lydia Valentin, don't you now? Because if she fails this, and she won't be the first Chinese female lifter to have bombed out this week.
That's a serious pressure lift. Not expect to see Kang Yua in this position right now.
So Kang Yua, third and final attempt at 150 kilos. What a contrast to last night and the...
This now becomes a psychological game as well, David. Having just deadlifted that last one, this really is going to be tough psychologically to overcome.
相信自己，全力要被加量。
That's better.
So is that, but she's got to stand still.
Saves the day.
Well, I can only assume that second attempt, she completely mistimed it as it came past the knees.
So re-establishes her advantage over Evstukina. So she leads, Evstukina in second place, Lydia Valentin now down to third, both in the clean and jerk and overall. And where we go now is to Russia, Olga Zubova. 151 kilos on the bar here for her. Oh.
Well, she's had a long time sat in the preparation area there. She's been there for a good 3 or 4 minutes. She's just indicating there, bar was on the windpipe.
Now, you know, she took the 1 kilo that she needed extra over the Chinese lifter, not because of body weight, but simply because she was 1 kilo behind at the halfway stage. And Evstukina's put the bar up to 157, so she'd be delighted to let Zubova have a second attempt here.
Yeah, well, I think that was nothing more than the bar on the windpipe, just feeling a bit dizzy. She's come back off the platform, chalked up. She's still in the zone. Coach just giving her legs a little shake, trying to wake them up, keep them firing.
Zubova, who beat Evstukina by a kilo in the Universiade in July of this year.
Olga Zubova, Russia.
The European champion last year. Evstukina, the European champion this year.
Oh, that's not allowed. I'm sure that's not allowed.
Did it?
It did. It came off the floor. Changed the rule.
Yeah, but did it go above the knees?
No, I thought the rule used to be if it goes above the knees, that's it. Obviously not.
It is.
Must be my mistake. You are still allowed to take the bar off the floor first.
So now levels it up at 276 apiece there.
Superb positioning on the clean there, driving the bar solidly overhead. And she'd be gutted she didn't do that first time, but there's not much you can do when you go dizzy.
Now, where does she go from here? A bit of thinking to do here with Evstukina in the wings. 276. She's got the lead. Kang Yua now knows that, you know, she at the moment sits in the silver medal position. Can't do anything about it. It's all down to these 2 Russian lifters.
Surely she's going to have to put it up. Yeah, she has to 157. She has the luxury of being the second lifter to go out. Second attempt before thirds.
Remember, though, Evstukina's trying to make up a gap here. She was on 120. Her teammate was on 125. So this is a 7 kilo increase to take her to 277. And being heavier than a teammate, that's what she's got to do. She's got to have that extra kilo.
So this for the lead.
Well, she's making amends for the first half of the competition, isn't she?
She certainly is. She's big steps in the right direction. She's now in the lead. Zubova only needs to equal.
And they've each got a lift left, these 2 Russians. So is it going to be 19-year-old Zubova or 25-year-old Evstukina? Well, Zubova's going to come out here and take the 6 kilos. She lifted 159 in the Universiade. This is 2 kilos short of that.
Oh, wow. That's a look of frustration, anger, disappointment all in one. How easy was that? She's thrown away her first attempt. She's going to have to sit and wait now to see if that's going to be good enough.
Well, it's a real challenge now, because you look at that. That is 6 kilos. That's 282. And the bar now, remember, 282. And now it's 5 kilos down. So remember, Evstekina is heavier, so she's got to take 6 kilos. That's got to take her to 164. Well, they've gone 163 though. That is equal to the clean and jerk world record. Let me just do the maths again here.
Yeah, no, you're right. 163 is the weight she needs, so 5 kilos to make up that she was down on the snatch, plus 1 kilo because she's the heavier lifter.
Yeah. So she needs the 6 kilos. And 163 will do the trick.
And this is equal
the world record.
to the world record.
Yeah.
No prizes here for taking that extra kilo for a new world record. She's got to guarantee the title first.
Yeah. Mind you, it is her own world record. She said in the Paris World Championships in 2011. So it's as simple as this. If she lifts it, she is the champion. If she misses, her teammate Zabova wins and takes the spoils.
I'll put my money on Russia taking gold.
Oh no, she can't. It's Zabova. It's Zabova who's got the championship there. Evstekina misses out, and there it is.
And at last she can smile. I thought we were going to have 2 Russians having tantrums there. Both made a mistake. They've only got themselves to blame for that. Both had it in their grasp.
But I tell you what is really costly. Evstekina's 2 failures in the snatch in the first half of the competition, missing 125 on 2 occasions.
Oh, there wasn't much wrong with the line of the bar there, just failing to get the elbows high enough. Do you reckon they're sharing a room, David?
I think the coaches are more sensible than that. And Zabova, that's the 2nd time this season she's got the better of Evstekina. Remember, she did her by a kilo in the Universiade, and now she's done her by 5 kilos. There it is in the clean and jerk there. Zabova takes the gold in that, Evstekina the silver, and Kang Yua of China the bronze. And Lydia Valentine left to wonder what might have been. And the only way that Lydia is actually ever going to really get near one of these World Championship medals is to put a series of 6 out of 6 together.
6 out of 6 and a bit of luck, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
She's progressed massively through the ranks. She's improving all the time, and it's great to see a Spanish lifter really contending at the top of the world.
You know, but 265 is, you know, just about her best. And so Olga Zabova of Russia makes it a Russian 1-2 with Evstekina. And Russia improving their position in the medal table quite decisively now. The last 24 hours have seen that. They're up to 2nd place with 7 golds, 6 silvers and 5 bronzes.